Butter melts in warm ovens, cream whips to soft clouds, sweet dessert magic begins. Unlike Chinese pastries, it favors dairy richness over grainy simplicity. It crafts layered flavors with butter, chocolate, coffee, and pure cane sugar. From century-old Parisian patisseries to cozy Italian street cafes. From British afternoon tea tables to warm American family kitchens. Every classic pastry holds a centuries-old, heartwarming origin story. Some were born in royal banquets, others crafted by gentle nuns. Some even came from beautiful, unplanned kitchen accidents long ago. Today we explore 10 icons, tracing their roots and hidden souls. We taste the history and culture woven into every sweet bite. When it comes to Western pastries, France is truly the undisputed dessert kingdom. French pastries shine with exquisite craft, complex technique, and romantic aesthetics. They make up nearly half of all the world's classic Western desserts. First up is the noble of desserts, the delicate, world-famous French macaron. Few know this Paris icon was originally an Italian immigrant to France. In the 16th century, Catherine de' Medici brought it to the French court. Early macarons were plain single almond cookies, no filling or fancy colors. In the 19th century, Pierre Desfontaines added creamy fillings between two shells. Its crisp outer shell gives way to a chewy, nutty interior full of flavor. Perfect macarons have a delicate lace skirt around their rounded edges. The French affectionately call them the bosom of a young girl. Don't confuse macarons with coconut macaroons. They are entirely different. Next is the most magical French classic, the humble but amazing choux pastry. In the 16th century, an Italian-French chef invented this special dough. It puffs up dramatically in high heat, forming a hollow, crispy shell. It was named cabbage dough for its resemblance to tiny cabbage heads. Filled with vanilla cream, it became the beloved classic cream puff. It spawned famous variants like long eclairs and the Grand Saint Honoré. One bite releases a burst of sweet cream, pure joy in every mouthful. Third is the misnamed millefeuille, commonly known as Napoleon cake. It has absolutely no connection to Napoleon Bonaparte, despite the name. Its French name means thousand leaves, referring to its delicate layers. Born in 17th century French courts, its soul lies in hundreds of thin layers. Making it requires repeated folding, rolling, and chilling of the butter dough. 3 crisp layers sandwich 2 smooth vanilla cream fillings perfectly. It melts in your mouth, shattering into buttery crumbs at the lightest touch. While fruit and chocolate versions exist, the original remains unmatched. Fourth is the cloud-like mousse cake, a summer favorite worldwide. Invented by 18th century French chefs, its name means foam in French. Early mousses were simply whipped cream set with gelatin, light as air. Chefs later added fruits, chocolate, and coffee for endless flavor possibilities. Its refreshing, non-greasy texture makes it perfect for hot summer days. Most modern mousse cakes have a cookie or sponge base for extra texture. It requires no baking, making it easy to recreate at home with care. The final French classic is the notoriously difficult soufflé, a chef's test. Its name means to blow, describing its tall, fluffy appearance when baked. Made with just eggs, milk, sugar, and flour, it is deceptively simple. The key lies in perfectly whipped egg whites, folded gently to avoid deflating. Oven temperature and timing must be precise, or it will fail completely. It collapses within 5 minutes of leaving the oven, so eat it immediately. Its fleeting perfection makes it the ultimate test of a pastry chef's skill. If French pastries are exquisite works of art, Italian ones are warm comfort. They skip fancy decorations, focusing on pure, rich, authentic flavors. The most famous Italian dessert is undoubtedly the beloved tiramisu. Born in the 1960s in Italy's Veneto region, it has a romantic meaning. Tiramisu translates to pick me up or take me away in Italian. It layers coffee-soaked ladyfingers with smooth mascarpone cheese cream. A dusting of bitter cocoa powder balances the sweet cheese perfectly. Its creamy, melt-in-your-mouth texture is like a gentle hug for the taste buds. While matcha and chocolate versions exist, the original is still the best. British and American desserts take a simpler, more down-to-earth approach. They prioritize hearty flavors and comforting textures over fancy presentation. First is the scone, the absolute heart of traditional British afternoon tea. Originating in 16th century Scotland, it was originally a flat oat bread. Baked over open fires, it was a staple food for Scottish farmers long ago. Later made with wheat flour, butter, sugar, and baking powder for softness. It became a tea staple during the Victorian era, loved by all classes. The classic way to eat it is with clotted cream and strawberry jam. Brits still debate whether to put cream or jam on first, fiercely. Next is cheesecake, with a history stretching back to ancient Greece. Greek athletes ate it to boost energy during the ancient Olympic Games. It spread to Rome and then across Europe, evolving over the centuries. The modern rich cheesecake we know was invented in 19th century New York. New York-style cheesecake uses cream cheese for a dense, creamy texture. It has a crumbly graham cracker base and a rich, tangy flavor. Variations include no-bake frozen cheesecake and light Japanese cotton cheesecake. Japanese cheesecake is extra fluffy and popular throughout all of Asia. Third is the brownie, a delicious accident from the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. Bertha Palmer asked her chef for a portable dessert for lady fairgoers. The chef forgot to add baking powder, resulting in a dense, fudgy cake. This failed cake was an instant hit, and the brownie was born. Traditional brownies include walnuts for crunch and extra nutty flavor. It sits perfectly between cake and cookie, with a crisp top and fudgy center. Warm brownies are especially delicious, with melted chocolate inside. It remains one of the most popular American desserts of all time. The final classic is the pastel de nata, or Portuguese custard tart. Its origin is deeply tied to Portugal's historic monastery culture. In 18th century Lisbon, nuns used egg whites to starch their habits. They had leftover egg yolks, which they turned into sweet custard tarts. When monasteries closed in 1834, the recipe was sold and commercialized. It quickly became Portugal's national dessert, loved by locals and tourists. It spread to Macau in the 19th century, then across all of Asia. A perfect pastel de nata has a flaky crust and creamy caramelized custard. One bite releases rich egg and milk flavors, sweet but not cloying. Looking back at these 10 classics, we see a clear pattern emerge. Early desserts were reserved for royalty, symbols of wealth and status. They required complex techniques and rare, expensive ingredients to make. Over time, desserts moved from palaces to the homes of ordinary people. Cooks adapted recipes using local ingredients, creating new favorites. Globalization brought these desserts to every corner of the world, from royal banquets to street stalls, from accidents to intentional creations. Western pastries have become more than just food. They are cultural symbols. They carry the history, traditions, and values of their countries of origin. They also represent humanity's universal love for sweet, comforting things. Every pastry is a product of time, patience, and skilled craftsmanship. Every bite tells a story of the people who created and perfected it. Tasting tiramisu brings a taste of Italy's romantic, laid-back spirit. Eating a scone evokes the elegance of a traditional British afternoon tea. These desserts have traveled across oceans and centuries to reach us. They bring joy to millions of people every single day around the world. Whether enjoyed alone or shared with friends, they create sweet memories. Which of these 10 classic Western pastries is your absolute favorite? Do you have any other hidden gem desserts that you love to eat? Do you have any other favorite desserts? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section.